Yeah, I don't think it's south. Unless it's like this, perhaps. The Falklands are ours, you know. But, yeah, you can keep your massive expanse of nothingness. Anyway, the road just stops here. I mean... What's happening here? Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back from me and Rico. Hey, bud. Wave. Still not there yet. We are at 1083 elo. Yeah, apologies not posted in a while. Was busy. 1083 elo. I did actually get above 1100, but I'm not counting that as hitting 1700. I'm just doing top 500 in the world because I don't trust the rankings. I mean, I won pretty much 4 games from 1020, which is what 1520 was. So it doesn't make sense that that's 1700. 992 in the world. But as I said, only about less than 10 wins away from being top 500. But yeah, we'll get into it. The screaming baby that's been wailing next door has finally stopped. But if it does start again, then I was going to say something bad, but I'll just be annoyed. But first continent is gonna be Europe, where we've been missing every time. But if it's Europe, you've got to subscribe. It's not gonna be because I suck at guessing. But yeah, it's Europe. You got to subscribe so I can move to a house where I don't have a screaming baby next to me. This is Philippines, right? We're driving left there. We've got a white car. We look quite tropical. Number plate doesn't fit for Malaysia or Indo. We do have sugarcane, which could be a lose-on thing. Okay, no, I should just guess middle. I don't know if it's a lose-on thing. That's why I said it could be. Should have just guessed middle, to be honest. That's fine. We've got Thailand, is it? Yeah, I've got Thai poles. Correct? We're driving left. Wait, no, we're Philly. We're Philly. We're Philly. We're just being messed up by the thing, because that's round, that is. They're just driving on the wrong side, right? Yeah. Okay, that time I should have gone Mindanao. But I was not 100% sure. For some reason they were driving on the left. But yeah, it was definitely Philippines. Argentina here. But yeah, at least we didn't go Thailand because that would have been a loss. I'm playing alright. We've got a red brick house here. I have been playing okay, but still I haven't been playing as much because yeah, it was graduations at work last week. So I actually had to kind of lock in. Red Brick House I do tend to think is a bit more north, but this doesn't really fit for... I do tend to think it's like up here. But I think that this is just maybe a bit more south. It feels all like kind of cooler. Might just go into a Rios, Rosario area. Nah, it's over there. Not bad, we got the right latitude. Or longitude. Still don't know the difference, but we're getting flawless, but I don't think we've played too badly. In Western Australia, I would say we've got red car. We feel pretty... Is it? Oh yeah, we've got a yellow signpost. Should be then, yeah. And it doesn't feel too deserty. It feels like quite... Are we down here? Vibes were alright again. I just went the wrong side of Perth. It wasn't going to be as inland because it wasn't yeah, burning red dirt. Should be Misiones here with the red road. Yeah. And all the trees and stuff. It's not too hilly. Is this bit all hilly up here? Yeah. And we don't take a multi. We're still getting flawless. 3.5 times multis, and I don't even think we played that badly here. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. And we've got Kenya. Maybe more closer to Lake Victoria. We've got some sort of like village or settlement or town here over a valley. Yeah, I was thinking like somewhere like this maybe, but is that awful? Maybe I'll just go a bit more close to Nakuru and stuff. And it's down there. I mean, I would have gone here. I would have gone here if I was going closer to the lake. Maybe it's not as hilly actually, but I was thinking Eldoret sort of hills, but yep. And we got Mexico. Just checking, yeah. It's north, it's border, at least it should be. Yeah, I think it is. I think maybe this border actually, Coquilla, rather than up in Sonora. Just middle. I think that's game, honestly, with the multis. Yeah. That's tough. That is tough. I mean, they played better. Every guess they did was better than mine, to be honest. But if we go in and have a look, yeah, that's the only really sort of like bad guess, I'd say. And even then, maybe I should have guessed a bit more inland, but it's a pretty disgusting round, to be honest. Like, and then if you look here, we're close again, pretty close again, and then yeah, I got the north vibe, but yeah, it's quite hard. Quite a hard game, quite brutal. Yeah, that sums up the game of GeoGuessr, I think, to be honest. Got flawless without even playing too badly. We'll go again. It's another high-rated opponent, which is what we want, really, because I don't want to be losing too much elo. And it's all a learning curve. It's good for practicing. We should be in the mountains of Ukraine here. We're not directly in them. We could be in like this. Nice. We weren't directly in them, and I guessed directly in them. But we still take the multi. So that's our first points of the day. In the US, I'd say, do we got front? Do we got a front? Doesn't particularly look like it, but I'd still say we were northeast. So that could work maybe for Ohio. Yeah, I still don't know my plates and stuff, but it could work for an Ohio with a bit of hills as well. I'm going to guess Lancaster. And it was Kentucky, but yeah, nice little multi-game there. They went in another bit which doesn't have front plates, so yeah, the sort of like more northern vibe was a good get on that. And we've got with Bosnia, we've got Rockwall. I think we should be like down Croatia region. That's why it felt like Croatia. I thought we had small cam. Apologies. My first thought was Croatia, but I thought we had small cam. But we don't lose too much. It was Croatia all the way with the rock walls. And we've got South Africa here. And we are just in the sort of middle bit, I'd say. I literally was just playing and I got around here, maps north. But I'm going to guess somewhere closer to Pretoria. Thingy. Botswana. I would have gone down here to begin with. I would have just guessed in the interior if I hadn't had that round earlier, which had looked like this and was up here. So that was one where I'm sort of like, yeah, confused and hedging a bit because the game sucks and lots of different regions look like each other. But we should be the Thai Peninsula here because we've got lots of rubber trees, thin white ones like this, a couple of palms as well. So yeah, just guess sort of down. It's a bit drier, but as I said, it's a bit drier. I was like, as I said, it was a bit drier. It popped in my head that it was too dry for down here. And we press F5. Oh, God. We've got the UK, got Scotland, at least. That's fine. At least it should be. feels pretty like up here-ish, actually. I thought it felt like Northumberland National Park and Kielder, which is near me, but probably should have just slammed Scotland. But yeah, we got India. At least I got my game back, and at least it was an easy round that I could just sort of like insta guess. I'd say we're south on this. I kind of want to go a Telangana, to be honest. West Bengal. Fair. I was torn between Telangana and Odisha. Yeah. Just Illinois? It's maybe a bit more north. Maybe it's Iowa instead. Maybe not with that road. I was thinking like... Honestly, I was thinking Minnesota as well. I was thinking Minnesota, but we had corn. So I was like, obviously going to go here, but it was more... Oh, damn. Not the day. Not the day today. Are we on this up here? Does that kind of fit? I'm terrible at lining shit up. We got coast out there. It's not going to be south with the I was going to say architecture. You know what I mean? Mountains. Yeah, I don't think it's south, unless it's like this, perhaps. Actually. Yeah, nice, good stuff. That's game. Okay, good. That's my first ever, I think, honest to God, decent Iceland region guess. That was a good switch. That was a good switch. Especially after fumbling the Minnesota. It was nice that we got the win there. Yeah, nothing too... I mean, that's a bit... We had a blur, and I made a decision. It was a bad decision, but I really need to work on my sort of like interior South Africa as well, but kind of got away with that there. That's fine. Let's have a look at this. West Bengal. Yeah, maybe there's palms. We've also got hills, so no. And then, yeah, it felt very, very northern, but we had stuff growing. I don't think it's actually corn, but yeah, this is never like Illinois, Indiana shit, so I should have gone there. But that was nice. That was very, very nice, actually. But yeah, thinking about it, that is just direct coast out there. And yeah, usually this is like the flatter bit of Iceland, but this bit here is very, very rocky. So that was a nice win. 1087, and we keep a streak going. So let's go. We are in the midst of a heat wave here in the UK because the planet is burning and we're all going to die soon. So I might keep this brief because either I need to take my shirt off or stop playing because I can't have two at the same time because nobody wants to see these wabs. Anyway, we are in Missouri, Iowa region. I don't count that as a bad guess. I think I've talked about it before in region guess in the US, and if you're in like the next state over, I think that's fine. Because again, like this region can all look the same, you know, and like lots of other stuff can also look the same. I think if you're like in a neighbouring state, or like at least you haven't gone the wrong coast or whatever, you're sound. Honestly, it's a freaking nightmare. We're in Turkey though. And I'd say we're south. I'd say we're quite far south even as well. Like, again, I'm talking about, like, for me, this pocket looks the same as this pocket and sort of here as well. Can even look a bit sort of like the north, but I would say that we are quite south. We've got these as well. I don't really know the name of them, but I would put them sort of more... I'm actually, honest to God, I'm going down here. Going right in Antalya. If it's not, then fair dues, but... It's definitely turkeys. We've got the white car with the antenna, and those poles there. They're going north. As I said, it can look like that as well. And yeah. There was going to be in one of these green bits down here, I think. And then maybe up there, but I think those trees aren't as more northern. Is this just Croatia? We do have a rock wall. We've got a tiled roof. Not really sure about that, but that does rule out Italy, which it shouldn't be, and then it's not Spain. So yeah, a bit more north in Croatia maybe. Got rock wall, so you should just slam Croatia with the rock wall. It feels a bit more sort of northern architecture. Maybe I could have even gone a bit more north. To be fair. And that one was Bosnia, so we never learn. We never learn. Maybe I should check copyright or something, I don't know. This is Arge, right? Yep. And... I'd say... up here? La Pampa, Rio Negro, rather than Chubut, because it's not that hilly and we've got a bit more growing. But honest to God, it's just a minefield, not a literal minefield. Who would want to fight for this bit? Apologies to the southern tip of said that Argentina, but I mean, you can just keep it. The Falklands are ours, you know. But yeah, you can keep your massive expanse of nothingness. I'm not like devoutly proudly British, but like the Falklands actually are ours as much as any piece of land could be anybody's. But anyway, I still hope Argentina beat England at the World Cup if they get through. I hope Norway beat them tonight, obviously. As I said before, now I don't have to worry about Haaland being, you know, ruining FPL. I can find him actually quite funny and entertaining. So, Viva la Norway. Anyway, we are in somewhere in the UK. And as usual, when I get a generic UK round, I'm like, have I been here? But all of the UK looks like this. And I'm thinking, like, is this like the coast up here or like a bit in Wales? But it's more likely than not just a random ass bit in the middle, which I should click, to be honest. Somewhere near Leicester. I have been along this road. And up into what I call the armpit of Wales, the Flintshire area. Oh, we got... This is Smallcam, right? Yeah. That's just completely and utterly confused me, like, though, because I wanted to go northeast, but this doesn't really fit for northeast now. Could that be an exposed rock there, or is it just some trash? If it is, then I could be actually, yeah. I think I'm going like New Hampshire, Maine, Michigan. Fair enough. That's why the trees didn't fit. That's a good guess from them. That's why we did have some exposed rock, and it felt northern. Yeah, it's a good guess, GG. Bad guess from me, but not completely and utterly horrendous. And we've got... Are we Ecuador? Wait, I should probably just have a quick look at a poll, yeah? I don't see any yellow plates, like, at all. We've got 1 to go, 2 to go off, and they aren't. So we've got that. Haven't got a Mexican pole. So yeah. Let's just check, like, finally if we've got any Portuguese, but that's Spanish. Oh, wait. No, it's a D at the end there. So yeah. It's quite I think it should just be, right? Yeah, so I know if anyone's watching is like screaming like that's an obvious Ecuador, but like on 2 times damage, you have to double check everything, you know? Like, yes, it was 100% an obvious Ecuador. I know that. But I didn't want to get it wrong. We are Finland. Are we? Or are we Estonia? Either way, I'm clicking maybe more Estonia. Is that I can't quite read the bollard. Sweden. GG. Oops. Fair dues. I would have lost either way. That's fine. What's the relegation zone saying? 10-27. That's insane. I mean, hopefully it'll sort itself out. I think 1500 or sorry, 1000. It's still pretty brutal, but that's mental. But yeah, fair enough. To keep you on your toes. We will play one more then, I think. Yeah. If I lose this, then I might honestly leave it for a bit till Sunday, or Monday or whatever. Oz, and we are quite far south, I would say. There's a little bit of red dirt here, but I don't think we're war. I could honestly see something weird, like here-ish, but yeah, it should be quite far south, I'm pretty sure. Maybe even like closer over here into Western, South Australia. I think. Yeah, they're getting the same sort of vibe. It was war. The dirt was slightly red, but I just felt like it was very, very cool. But yeah, I should always trust it, to be fair. Glad we got away with that, though. We're in France now, right? Wait, no, we're definitely not in France. Sweden. Correct? With that and that. And it was always going to be max south. Always going to be max south. But, like, because it was so European looking. I know Sweden is in Europe, but, like, you know, the mainland. But I just couldn't commit. Damn, we actually generally could have just won. Okay. We've got Brazil, and we've got supports on that one there. I do think we're quite north, but with that, maybe we go Tocantins-ish. Or just Tocantins Goiás. Maybe we're a bit more into, like, because we're a bit drier, a bit flatter. Maybe a bit more, like, into the Amazon. Sort of like this. Don't know. I'm reeling because I absolutely 100% should have won. Not saying I deserve to, but if I'd have stuck with my first thoughts. Well, actually, the Western Australia wasn't even a first thought because I completely dismissed it. We've got something. Got a tiled roof on that. Are we just Italy? Like northernish Italy? Not Po Valley, but like where's flat? This stuff, sort of. Maybe. Could always just be my good friend Bosnia. Or Austria. Yeah, maybe. It is most my good friend Bosnia. I've just been completely and utterly triggered by the great and noble nation of Bosnia today. That's, again, because I got it wrong a couple of times. It's because I got it wrong a couple of times today. I've fucked it up and I couldn't think straight. We're Nigeria and we're north. We've got a few hills, so I'll go over Gombe area, and it's just middle north. And we've got New Zealand, what I assume is North Island. We've got the Vesuvius Road. Not immediately coming to mind, not gonna lie. Scenic Drive on left. Also, that doesn't narrow it down because pretty much everywhere in New Zealand is a scenic drive. Like, good for you. Yeah, I'd say with North Island. Maybe even like, is it a hell of a commit to go up here? Ish. Probably should just click middle, to be honest. No, nice, good stuff. That's one where I was warming up before, and I had a round up here, and that one reminded me of it. So, it evens itself out. We got South Africa, I'd say around here-ish. Maybe further down, closer to Eswa, Ulundi region. Ulundi's around here, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe it's a bit of a commit. They're going north. It's a good get. It's a good get on the north. I just got the wrong side of Eswatini. I knew it was like close to Eswatini, but yeah, wrong bit of it. We've got Ecuador here. At least it should be. Yes. And my god, I really want to go east of Andes, and I'm going east of Andes. That's hilly over there. I can't go all the way out there, can I? Can I? Is this divided? It's not. That doesn't even line up. This does? No. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I do think we are east of Andes, though. Nice. I've got UAE, right? Yeah, I've got the car. Should be, you know, in that bit of UAE. The road just stops here. I mean, what's happening here? You'd not just be asked. I mean, to be fair, the road was probably made by, you know, modern slaves. So I can completely understand why they can't be asked, to be honest. It's just Rajasthan, isn't it? Just thinking if is it the Sheikh? Yeah, Sheikh of Dubai is going to come after me now, but have better, do better. Anyway, if the Sheikh Mansour or whoever, if you're watching, yeah, I apologise for that comment, but should probably stop rambling and just start region guessing. You know, that would be his response. Shut up, let me deal. You know, with what I do, you deal with what you do. Fucking Christ. Does Poland have white car? Famous last words. Czechia does. I know Czechia does. That's game. Poland, maybe it doesn't. I don't think it does. I'm rusty. And I'm gonna go back and coke. Because look at this here. This is red as hell. And then this is so Danish looking. That's just Bosnia, isn't it? That was nice. That was nice there. That was nice. We had one good guess. Yeah, with the palms and everything. Flatness. And then I threw it down somewhere there. I mean, on another day it could have been there. But, and then Hungary has white car, though. Hungary has white car. I know Slovenia does, but I know Croatia does. That would have been a better guess than Poland, to be honest. Even might even have won. I did contemplate. Anyway, it's fine. I am coping to hell. I am too hot here. I'm blaming it on the heat. 10:52 is still sound. We will leave it there. Apologies to Argentina and the people of the UAE. I'll see you soon.